council members, many of you whom I know, and some of you who I don't. I am board president of South River Watershed Alliance, a position I've held for 12 years. I have worked on environmental issues affecting the South River watershed for 25 years. Environmental racism is race-based discrimination in environmental policymaking, enforcement of regulation and laws, and targeting communities of color for the siting of toxic and polluting industries resulting in disproportionate harm. In urban areas, people do not exist separately from their environment. The two are inextricably linked. As the environment goes, so goes the community. It is the responsibility of local government to ensure equity and fairness for the most vulnerable and marginalized citizens and communities. In Atlanta, those faces are Black. Local government invests in communities primarily through parks and green space because these amenities contribute to health and wellness, wealth, and quality of life. There are 0 examples that support the peaceful and healthy coexistence of a mammoth 171-acre police training facility in any neighborhood anywhere.
Exactly.
The Atlanta Police Training Facility, also known as Cop City, would not be proposed anywhere else in Atlanta, and is only being proposed in Southeast Atlanta because of the color of the residents who live there and are least able to fight back.
That and their budget.
This is environmental racism.
Fucking Tyler Perry doesn't live there.
Even
Just
more
saying.
appalling, a Black mayor and a predominantly Black city council are supporting and promoting this injustice.
Nobody wants
Cop
this.
City is not about training Atlanta's police, but securing the financial future of the Atlanta Police Foundation through worldwide marketing of militarized police training.
That's the thing.
There are training options.
It's literally about bringing people in from all over the world to train to be
the environment
killer cops.
For residents 365 days a year. The city is keeping its Chattahoochee River Park promise to citizens of predominantly white and wealthy Northwest.
Yay! Good news from Chile. All right, legalize it. Fuck yeah. And Portugal euthanasia. Hey, I'm in favor. I know it's a controversial issue, but you know, it's your body. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Good news. This is bad news. Hopefully good news if the city council listens, but I don't know if you've heard of Cop City, but this is happening
Atlanta
in my hometown right now.
Has adopted and aspiring to the beloved community.
This is
Need I remind you that
they're talking. This is public comments on Cop City, which is this police training facility. They're trying to build like a fucking mile from my house, and it is basically just, you know, a place to train the fascist foot soldiers, you know, stormtroopers. And nobody wants it, and they're trying to force it on a Black community, but generally speaking, a poor community, and the South Side of Atlanta, broadly speaking, has been Black and poor for most of its existence. And I've lived down here the whole time I've lived in Atlanta, and you know, it's gotten whiter for sure, but not that white. And you know, there's a lot of gentrification happening, which is hopefully going to maybe offset the enthusiasm for putting a fucking, you know, police training ground on near $1 million homes. But there's literally a federal prison in the city limits, which is the only major city to have that. Just another mile in the other direction from my house. So, you know, this is all really fucked. But hopefully we can stop it with enough community action.
Park was made to citizens living in South and Southeast Atlanta.
Stick around, but I'm glad to see you, Vitor. How you doing?
And say no to environmental racism. I also want to read to you an excerpt by Micah Herskin.
I hope you're doing
think,
well.
who wrote
if
an
you
article about
can hear
the
me.
Atlanta Way. The struggle to stop Cop City is a battle for the future of Atlanta. It's a struggle over who the city is for. The city's corporate and state ruling class actors who have demanded that Cop City be built, or the people of Atlanta who consistently voice their opposition
Literally
and demand
no one in
a
Atlanta
different
that
vision for the
has
city.
anything below $1
It is a
million
fight over who the city
salary
belongs to,
wants this shit.
over who Atlanta is run for and who it's run against, over who over who is welcome to
Like
live
quite
and
literally,
enjoy life here,
if they want it,
and
let's
who
build it in
is
Buckhead,
expected to simply
the rich
labor
people's
here
neighborhood.
for low wages and under constant surveillance. This is an issue of environmental injustice. This is an issue of environmental racism
It is.
in Atlanta.
It
And
is.
I urge you
She's right.
to think hard and long before you go down that path of solidifying this whole
Hell yeah
notion
about Chile.
of a
Good news about
facility
Portugal
that
too.
is
It's hard to
not
say hell yeah
necessary,
about
that will
euthanasia,
not
but
benefit the,
I am in favor.
the city of Atlanta, and will be detrimental to the citizens who have elected you to stand with them. Thank you.
Thank you. Next will be Don Deegan.
No, I'd say euthanasia. I mean personal euthanasia, of course.
Before you start
Personal
the
choice
timer,